The decongestion exercise, which started on Wednesday, October 19 on the Sakumo Ramsar site, brought together personnel from Ghana's security services, members of the Tema West Assembly, and the Regional Coordinating Council. Earlier, the exercise was brought to an abrupt halt until the arrival of the Regional Minister, Henry Quartey. According to him, this exercise is to ward off encroachers and not to victimize anyone.
As we speak, we are reliably informed that well over 2,500 acres of government land have been encroached upon with impunity. They have built. As if that is not enough. Currently, as we speak, I'm sure you've been to the site. You have seen that people overnight, they fill the core area of the Ramsar, the Lagoon, and they are building. Mr. President, a few months ago, gave directives that all buildings sitting in waterways must be removed. Again, you recall, about a week ago, incidents that took place around Weja, where people's houses were virtually submerged in water. It is said that prevention is better than cure. This exercise is not in any way, shape or form to victimize anybody. Rather, what we are doing, and let's be careful, I noticed that today's dailies sent message that hundreds of buildings to be pulled down. Let's be very circumspect in our choice of words and reportage. What the exercise is about today is to target buildings, or in fact, fence walls that have been erected in the core area, water. They are building in the water. So the men and women, as you see today, will have three phases of the work. Today, tomorrow, and day 3, they are going to bring down all the fence walls that are in the water. I'm sure you've seen it. Once they've done that, there will be another critical assessment where the agency and the lands, forestry, will now identify buildings that are still sited in the waterway, and then they are marked, and then the next phase will continue. So we shall continue with the exercise by the grace of God to remove fence walls in the waterway. Now, why do we want to do this? When it rains, the water falls all the way from Abri. Some finds its way through Onyasia, Jowulu. Then that's where I suffer when it rains, Alajo. You all know what happens in Alajo. Even with the current scheme of Alajo, when it rains, there's a problem. Imagine what will happen here, and it started already. When it rains, those of you who have been plying the motorway, you notice that the Sakumonor, the Ashaman Bridge area is gradually becoming flooded. If we don't deal with this issue, in the next 2-3 years, I'm afraid that all this area that we're standing will be flooded. So we are hoping that residents in this area will cooperate with us. The Minister of Lands and his team are also putting in place measures to ensure that those who have already encroached upon the land will go through proper processes to ensure that their properties are regularized. I do not have the locus, but the minister will speak to that issue. So I thank you very much. And I shall be grateful if your reportage is very circumspect and straight to the point without any you know what I mean?
Henry Quartey also debunked claims of political interference, marring the progress of the decongestion exercise.
I don't think there's any order from above that I know of. They are going back to continue, so I don't know who is saying order from above. And please, there is no order from above. They are working in phases. The first phase is to remove fence wall that have been erected in the waterway. They will do that. Then the second phase is to identify buildings that are still seated in the waterway. Then engagements will be done, and then those ones are also removed. So there is no order from above, please. The work continues.
So it means today we won't see buildings.
They are going back. Well, are you interested in buildings? Let's be very careful that we are not seen as pulling down buildings. We are seen and we want to protect the water body. So fence walls in the water body we will remove. And then the next phase will be to deal with the buildings. So it's a stage, it's a process. Yes, sir. They didn't pull a building down. Did you see a building today? Show me your. Now you said building. Did you see a building be pulled down?
Please.
Did you see a building be pulled down?
Not a media guy. Please.
Come here.
Out.
Please come.
Not a media guy.
Now come forward, please. Allow him to come.
The security personnel present subsequently continued to the site to pull down all fence walls located on waterways and in the core area of the site. The decongestion exercise, according to the regional minister, is in 3 phases, spanning some 3 days. Shadrach Odame Ejari, Metro News, Accra.
This guy here,